What's up, this is Squad2448, we're following Simulator 17 mod review. Today we'll be taking a look at a few semi-trucks, dump truck, wood chipper, pack, dozer, and a lowboy. All of the mods can be found on the wood metal farming website. The link to it will be down below in the description. Up first, we'll be taking a look at an International S2600 day cab semi-truck. Looks like this is a fire edition since it does have a light bar up top and the fire logo on either side. But from the front of this truck, it looks pretty good and very nicely done on the headlights. As you come around to the side, it does have a gas tank with 2 steps to help you get inside, single exhaust out of the back, and take a look at these wheels, guys. These are some pretty interesting wheels. It does have mud flaps and working lights in the back. Once we hop on the inside, this goes 51 miles per hour. You guys can see the turn signals work. All of the lights work on this, and like I was saying, this is the fire edition. It has a kind of pretty cool fire light bar up top, and it does have a few sirens, so we'll turn those on. As you guys can see, there's many different options, which is pretty cool. I really do like that. This we might be adding to our fire station, but there's a few other things. You can also add the oversized load to the front end, which is a very cool feature. I do like that a lot. On the inside view, guys can see it does have a working steering wheel, and it does have a detailed interior view, but it could use some more detailed on some gauges and everything like that. But this goes along with the dozer and the lowboy, so we'll kind of attach to the lowboy now, and it looks like the lowboy does match the color of this truck, which is pretty cool. You could have a matching color combo as you cruise down the road or haul some very oversized loads. So we backing up, attaching to it, and as you guys can see, the tongue will pretty much say where it is. Then you will just have to back up. And it looks like this is one very cool detailed lowboy, and you could also kind of slide it out. And you guys can see the semi-truck does have a working fifth wheel slider, which is pretty cool. Some trailers you do have to be pretty close, some you do have to be pretty far. And then as you guys can see, you could add the oversized load to the trailer, which is another cool feature. And it looks like you could also unfold the trailer, so this trailer goes really wide. Take a look at that, and then in the back you guys can see all of the lights do work, which is pretty cool. We'll be taking this for a spin, seeing how this truck does, but like I was saying earlier, it has a top speed of 51 miles per hour, and overall this is pretty cool to get a new lowboy, especially one that does pretty oversized ones, and you could add the oversized load. That's a pretty cool feature. So I think we'll be kind of going into this parking lot and turning around, but it looks like the handling of this fire semi-truck is really good, and overall this is one pretty cool setup. So we'll most likely be using the lowboy, especially this semi-truck, and maybe even change out the color combo if we wanted to. But let me know what types of videos should we do with this. Maybe haul some fire trucks, which should actually be pretty cool. But we'll kind of be pulling it over right over here, and I mean, this was one awesome pack. And like I was saying, guys, this does come with a dozer, and you do have to unzip it, but we'll be taking a look at that dozer later on in today's video. As you guys can see, up next, we'll be taking a look at the green Goblin. This is one pretty cool semi-truck. It looks awesome. It looks like it's a little bit on the older side, which is pretty cool. And it does have a plow mount in the front, and it does have LED lights, which is awesome. A lot of detail went into it. You guys can see awesome looking wheels, pretty giant steps to get into it with mud flaps, and this looks awesome. A lot of detail overall, and you guys can see it does have a hitch and lights in the back. And I would like to thank Wood Metal Farming for releasing all of these epic mods. They've been releasing a lot of pretty cool ones. So as you guys can see, I just turned on the LED lights. There's a few beacon lights up top and LED lights on the sides, which is pretty cool. All of the lights do work in the front, and then as you come around to the back, they all do work with hazard lights, everything like that. And it does have a bumper pull hitch, and I believe that the semi-truck will slide. As you guys can see, that's another pretty cool feature about this one. On the inside view, it does have a working steering wheel and working mirrors, very nicely done on the dash. And you guys can see it does have the shifter, and overall very nicely done on this truck. It has a top speed of 51 miles per hour, so we'll be taking this for a spin, seeing how this handles. But I'm very excited for all of these pretty cool new mods here in the game. And take a look at that exhaust. It's pretty realistic, single exhaust out of the side, and it looks like this is one awesome truck to do some off-road hauling in, which we will be doing pretty soon. If you do have any cool video ideas, let me know down below in the comments, and if you also do have any cool mods you guys would like me to feature in some mod reviews, also let me know. Up next, we'll be taking a look at a dump truck, and this dump truck is called Big Red, and it's actually pretty big, which is pretty cool. And as you guys can see, overall this looks awesome. In the front, it does have a plow mount. the front end looks awesome on it. Very nicely done on the model. Very nicely done on the wheels. Take a look at that suspension. Leaf spring suspension. Spare tire. It looks like you got some spare gas tanks, and you can see the hydraulic already, which is pretty large. As we come around to the back, I mean, this back bumper is pretty strong. The hinge is very realistic, and take a look at that dump bed. That looks awesome. So as you guys can see, once we hop on the inside, this goes 51 miles per hour. All of the lights do work on it. It does have 2 beacon lights on the mirrors, which is also a pretty cool feature, and overall has the top speed of 51 miles per hour. On the inside view, it does have an upside down camera view, but when you do turn around, you guys can see that it does have a dash, and it's in the same color of the truck, but overall this is pretty cool. We will be unloading it, see how this looks, and take a look at that single hydraulic, and I think we'll be adding this to a few pretty cool series, because I mean, this is one epic truck, and we'll take this for a spin, see how this handles. Overall, it has pretty realistic acceleration and speed, and the turning radius on this is not the best, but it still does turn, and overall it looks awesome. And I really do enjoy using mods by Wood Metal Farming. They do great work, and a link to their website will be down below in the description. And up next, we'll be taking a look at a wood chipper pack, which comes with this in-game semi-truck. Looks like a few things are changed, and the chippers' name are lizard chippers, which is pretty cool. You do have a tracked version, and then with the tracked version, you do have this dolly that goes along with it, which is pretty cool. Then you do have one with just wheels on it, which is also pretty cool. This one you cannot drive by itself, this one you can, but we'll first kind of take a look at the semi-truck. Like we're saying, very similar to the ones that have already been released. Looks like only color changeable features have been added, but as you guys can see, it looks pretty cool. All of the lights do work on it, and it looks awesome in red. So on the inside view, working mirrors, working gauges, and working mirrors, very similar to the other trucks. So since we will be kind of using the tracked one, kind of using that just a little, we'll be attaching to the Y70 chipper. Now this is one epic chipper, very large. You guys can see it does have beacon lights, everything does work on it. So we'll kind of pull it here to the street, and we'll be hopping into the chipper. You just want to come back here, hop into it, and once you do turn it on, you can unfold the pipe, which is pretty cool. And then once you do that, you can turn it on and unload wherever you want. So next up, once you kind of do this, you do want to do unfold chipper, which will unfold the pipe all the way, and then you can have the flexibility of raising this conveyor belt as high as you want, which is pretty cool. Then you could turn this on, and take a look at this conveyor belt, guys. It's very large, and I mean, that's one very big chipper. Awesome animations. As you guys can see, the engine is in the back also. I mean, a lot of detail went into this, and that looks pretty cool. So we'll kind of turn this off, and we'll kind of put this over to the side, and I mean, overall this is one pretty cool chipper, and it goes along with the truck, and I really do like that also. So I think we'll kind of park up this chipper right about here, and we'll be attaching to the other one. Now before we do attach, we'll be kind of showing you that it does drive by itself. That's a very cool feature, and that makes it very flexible. So as you guys can see, it does have tracks, and when it is kind of disconnected, the front jacks really probably do get in the way a lot, but once you hop on the inside, you could turn it on. It does drive, and I mean, that is awesome how you can move this around on its own without having it be attached to a truck, which is pretty cool. So as you guys can see, it does move around. Everything is the same, so we won't be taking a look at that. But for transportation now, you want to attach to the semi-truck that you come with it. You could have probably attached to really any, but we'll be attaching to this one. Once you do attach, we'll kind of back up and attach. So once you are attached, you do kind of just want to pull forward here. Now this dolly does not really have any collisions, so we won't have a problem there, and parking vehicles close in front is also not very helpful. But once you are kind of doing it, you do want to back up, and we definitely will struggle to kind of get this turned, especially when it does not really want to move on us. We'll kind of have to kind of pull forward here, and I think once we back up, it will allow us to kind of back up straight into the Lowboy. So it looks like we will be having a little bit of trouble doing that, and sometimes when you do not have all of the space, you just kind of disconnect it and kind of pretty much drive over there yourself. And you guys can see there's no other camera views with this, and I mean, overall this is pretty cool. So you could pretty much kind of come over here, turn, and attach to it, which now becomes a Lowboy working trailer, which is pretty cool. Now you get attached to a semi-truck, so you could probably do it either way. It's probably easier just doing it without it being attached. and now you could drive it, transport it to different logging sites without having the tracks working, which, I mean, is a very cool design, well lit, well played out, which is overall pretty cool. And the final mod we'll be taking a look at is this pretty cool Dozer. It's a Cat D7R. This thing looks awesome. There's a few options in the store. Now the forestry option does come with this protection in the front. That's pretty cool. And overall, a lot of detail went into this Dozer. It looks pretty cool. And as you guys can see, it says remaining rope on the side. So I think that pretty much has to go along with this hook. You could kind of come over here, grab the hook, and then kind of go around with it, which is pretty cool. You could unmount it to a few things like that. So that's pretty cool how you could do that. Once you hop on the inside, this has a top speed of 8 miles per hour. It does not have turning signals, but it does have all working lights, and as you guys can see, this is one very nicely done Dozer. All the tracks do work on it. Turning is awesome, and on the inside view, it does have digital screen and protection on the glass, which is pretty cool. I hope you guys enjoyed today's mod review. Thanks for watching. Go check out all of the mods on the Wood Meadow Farming website. The link will be down below in the description. Have a great day, and subscribe for more.